Hey guys, it's me T coming at you with a basically daily read. Sorry for the lateness. I just wanted to kind of just fix this a little bit. I don't feel like being on camera, so I won't be on camera. But I want to have you see the reading as it happens. So I think, let me just see what's up. You're going to see me in my pajamas. Maybe. Maybe. What was I going to say? Yeah, okay, so I think this is kind of like what you're going to be able to see. Hold on a second. What was I going to say? Just give me a moment to set up because I fucking just don't, it's just funny because I'm too quick for my own good, you know? Sometimes I just want to get with it, but let's see what's up. Na 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 na, bring it to me. Okay, let's see what's up. Oh, I like the thumbnail. Yes, the thumbnail is fun. All right. It's kind of like what's going on here. Like, I just feel like, because I was like, okay, my perfectionist self would have been like, yo, we would have kept it a whole lot cleaner. But the whole thing is, it's like, it's kind of fun when, you know, you have a little bit of the white, like, purity in terms of, you know, angelic clouds with you. You got the blessedness, you got the gold and the silver going on, and then you got the healing, right? This is a healing type of, you know, today is the health day, so you're going to want a lot of rainbows in your life today, you know what I'm saying? So just to heal the parts of you that need to come back into wholeness, you know? One thing I wanted to say and express is that today would be a really good day to rebalance all of the little detailed things in your life that you really would like to see, kind of like rebalance. So like, if you have like a chain that is, or put it this way, like I know today I'm gonna do, like I have a whole, well not a whole lot, but I have like a little sack of like jewelry that needs to be cleaned, right? So I'm just going to basically rebalance that and, you know, shine that up a bit and, you know, and basically in order for me to wear it, right? So it's like, these are the kind of days that you'd want to just use to rebalance what it is that you're not using, right? So that it becomes usable. So I don't see what you guys are seeing because this is being a little too slow in that department for some fucking reason. Let's see if I could start it up again. I don't know. All right, so long story short, happy birthday to my grandmas, my Gmas. I have two. I have, you know, family number 1 and family number 2, and both of us share the same, I mean, not the same grandmas. I mean, we do share the same grandmas, but in the sense, our grandmas share the same birthday. So happy birthday to them. I believe, yeah, they're in their 90s. So if they're the same age, which I can't remember, are they? All right, so they must be 91 today if they're the same age. I know my grandma is 91, but I forgot if the other one is, I think they're the same age. Yeah, I think they're the same age. So it's pretty fucking awesome. 91, yo, 91. On the 19th, which is cool. 1-9, and then it's like 9-1 in reverse. It's like 19 reverse, right? So it's super cool. By the way, if you stick it together, 1991 was a damn good year. That's all I gotta say. I love the 90s. So what was I gonna say? Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I was also, that's so interesting. Hold on one second, babe. I gotta apologize to the 18 because I literally was getting to not shuffle these on cam, but I completely forgot. So apologies to the 18, and thank you so much for just oh, maybe this is, oh, that's interesting. Maybe okay, that's interesting. Maybe I was supposed to not shuffle like on cam, but like literally like for you guys to see it, but shuffle off cam like here as if I'm doing it right now. So Maybe it's not a mistake. That's interesting. All right. So bear with me 1 second. Absorb the blessedness that it is for today. I also have this usually in my health area, just so that I know that I'm always blessed. And you know, it's a really good yin and yang. I'm always blessed. And you know, it's a really good yin and yang. There we go. There's the okay, cool. There's the this is so lopsided, but I couldn't do it. Whatever, guys. I'm like, just, this is all temporary anyway, right? So, so what I was going to say is literally, the black and white is, and also this beautiful, powerful message is what I usually have in my, health area of my life. So that, you know, because the yin and yang is really supposed to be in your health area, which is the center of your home. So if you can put something like a theme of black and white there, that would be really awesome. Or rainbow, right? Because a rainbow is really good. So whatever resonates with you, or both, you know. I resonate with both, obviously, since I have both things. But, you know, it's just something to kind of help you to kind of get excited about rearranging and just decorating. I love all of that. By the way, isn't this so hot? I love it. So this is also usually in my health area because I just needed something. I needed like a candle to put in there, because what I like to do every day is I like to go into each spot of my, into each area of my home as a theme and just light up a candle there. So I needed a candle holder for my health area, and I ran into this and I just fucking loved it because, like, what a cool, it's just so cool because it's like the universe, it's like the fucking Big Bang Theory. Like, I just love this on such a, and I loved how it came in like tea light, in a tea light fashion, because it's like smaller but yet it's so powerful, right? So I just, like, you know, everything that I own I really truly do love, right? So and if I'm not loving on it, I'm definitely utilizing it so that I can, like, I'm utilizing it in a better way, right? Until it's time to get rid of it, like, in terms of, like, if you're gonna have a garage sale or whatever, right? Also a really good day to, also a really good theme, or, you know, or thing to do in terms of rebalancing stuff is to have a garage sale or post things on, you know, Facebook Marketplace, to get rid of stuff that you are not using. All right, so here we go. So we're asking the universe, we're asking Grandmaster G, Grand Majesty G, we're asking our higher selves and all of the archangels, all the ascended masters, as well as the goddesses of this deck, to please place the highest and best two yin and yang cards at the top of this deck, so that we can, you know, having to do with today's energy of today's unique and native energy in terms of the day, and the unique and native energy in terms of the universes, and how it'll apply to us, right? Like, how are we functioning with it? Do I stop shuffling right here or right now? All right. So these are the two cards, and the reason why we're using, because I usually like to use like rainbow cards, right? I like to use rainbow cards like for bottom of the deck. Nice. Do I share it? Yes. Bottom of the deck, abundance, baby. So that's awesome. Prosperity and abundance. And it's very interesting because bounty has come up twice today, in terms of like a theme. So yes, enjoy your bounty. I'm just gonna put that here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna put it here to remind me. No, you can't see it. All right. So let me just do this as well. So this bottom one is gonna be basically like, you know, we're doing, I like doing this. So yin and yang, right, for like the entire day in terms of both divine and feminine, uniting them together, right? But also these cards are going to be like the uplifters. So these cards are the flower therapy cards, which I love. So they're going to be like the angels that uplift the foundational queen goddess cards for today. So I'm now asking for the highest and best 2 cards. Do I stop shuffling right here, right now? Wow, that's interesting. That was the first time that ever happened to me. All right, cool. I like that. So I stop shuffling right there and right then, right? It's so interesting. Okay, how this all works. Okay, something new just came up and it's, okay. Bottom of the deck, you're letting go of anxiety, and let go of anxiety. It's lavender. Excitement. So it says calm your nerves and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angels. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Yes, this is really awesome. Oh my gosh, I even love how the bottom of the decks go so well with one another. Like, they play off so well with one another. So that's really cool. And guess what? Like, it's so funny. What just came to me is, like, these 2 represent the Gmas, okay? So I love it. One deck represents one grandma that I have. The other represents the other grandma that I have, and it's really beautiful. And both of them actually represent each other as my grandmas, right? Like, because they both have their... Ooh, that was confirmation. They're both yin and yang, I feel like, in terms of Gmas, but they both have the same kind of components, right? Because they're both born on the same day. So it's very interesting that this is coming up this way. And I got 2 queens, guys. 2 queens in my family for sure. Like, they are queens. So, long story short, yeah, this is just honoring, and this is honoring them for sure, because I love them so much. And they have become so fucking hilarious over the years that it's so, like, they are the laugh attack that you need on a health day. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so the first bottom of, you know, we're going to do this first, and then we're going to do these. So, the first one on a yin level, that are the first goddess on a yin level is undying love. Okay, and it says, let me just see what you guys see. Okay, that almost dropped, but I caught it. It says the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. All right, they're wanting me to turn all of these over, so that's what I'm gonna do. Holy shit, there's so much goodness today. Holy shit. Aphrodite on a yang level. Inner goddess. Okay, awesome. It says, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Wow, this is so beautiful, because I never really realized that self-care is also dance, and it's also appreciating your divinity. And, you know, and that these 3 are kind of separate, but yet kind of affect one another. So I really like how those are three categories are mentioned: dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Wow, that's beautiful. And it's so true in terms of how I felt today. Wow, that is so interesting, because something happened to me today that I don't know if, like, I don't know if it's necessary to go into in terms of story time, but if it's supposed to come up, it'll come up again. Then you have on a supportive yin level, the card or the angel that's helping you is the daffodil. And why I say the angel that's helping you, because they say wherever there are flowers, there are angels, okay? So it's the daffodil fairy angel. And look, fairy angel on the back of the deck. So it's like, that's the truth. So it says, share the message of love, daffodil. Rivers, I don't know if I actually showed it to you. That's the card, and I'll read you what it says. Rivers of love flow within you, and others may benefit from the healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. Wow. So that's all about kindness, right? Oh, shit. Dismiss, bitches. Okay. Sorry if you heard that, because I don't think it goes away when there's like an alarm there. And then the supportive yang card for today is, wow, world energy. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know how to. Oh my god, but this is so cool. The world flower. It's that's representing the world energy is called agapanthus. And it says, the earth is going through a transition of energy and your sensitive body is feeling it. You're not alone, accept the help of others. Wow, this is so cool because let me just tell you, agape, I don't know, it's like, I think it's a Bible word, but I just know, and it's crazy because I just saw him right before I got on here, which Michael Beckwith, he, I believe, owns a center, a healing center called Agape. And so that's very interesting that I saw him right before I saw one of his videos right before I got on here, which is, I just like glanced at it, which is, it's a video that has what's it called, Oprah, and wow, that's amazing that the A-Team just connected that two words in my head with that. Okay, so got it, A-Team, thank you. So yeah, it's basically a video with Oprah and Michael Beckwith, which is a hugely powerful video that I believe that I've already seen, but I'm gonna watch it again just to rebalance me today, right? So, all right, so what's going on here? First of all, I'm going to start like from this area because there are a lot of worldly expansive energies going on from last night into today. I feel very, like super expansive that it's coming off, and I'm mentioning this in case one of you are going through it. Like I'm receiving, even in my bed last night, like I was getting, like I felt so much, what is it called, vertigo, which, and also kind of extra, like you need extra water today, okay? So just make sure you have like water on hand, and you're just kind of like going really slow because there's an expansive energy that you might feel differently, but to me it came off as vertigo, where I feel like I got so wasted last night and I just like, I was even like spinning in my bed, which is crazy. That never happens to me. But that's all because there are divine Gaia energies going on. And it's so crazy that the world energy, wow, that just hit me. World energy card came up today because Gaia and bounty has been like a huge theme this morning. So that's really fucking crazy. I love when that shit happens. All right. So, and long story short, it's very interesting because when you're looking at it from a diagonal, which is a crisscross, which is also rebalancing, it's also a hug energy, right? It's like the world is hugging you with undying love, with unconditional love. And now what I'm also getting here is the heart is really being, expanded, but the feminine energies are also really being expanded. I'm like, I'm burping at that. So it's kind of like, it's things that the feminine energy no longer needs are being kind of purged out so that they can be immersed in this type of immaculate heart energy that the world really needs. And that's the type of energy that we're going into. It's like very much so, even again, this is for men and women. So even so, and our feminine side. So this reading today, I guess, is more so targeted towards our feminine side to let you know that what you're going through is kind of more so hitting the feminine energies more so than they are the masculine. But this, again, is for both masculine and feminine energies in terms of human energies, right? So both human males and females need to know about this, but it's like also we're kind of going into the feminine energy side where it's the feminine energy side is becoming more stronger. And only strong in essence of, here's what needs to happen a lot of the times. If we're in this very masculine energy, we then need the feminine energy to become stronger and kind of, in a sense, overpowering so that it kind of reveals itself to us in a way where it's heard, right? So it kind of needs to seem as if it's overpowering the masculine energy, but it's not. It's kind of like the masculine energy has already established itself, so it doesn't need to do anything. Talking about world energy, USPS just showed up, so it's like hilarious that, that it's like, this is worldwide, absolutely. So, so it's kind of like the masculine energy has already established itself as a powerful, I don't know who the fuck that is. That's interesting. in terms of who, my mind was gonna be like, in terms of who the fuck that is. So funny. Okay, so anyhow, so the masculine energy has already established itself in our society very well and very, very, very loudly so, right? Now, now the next phase is kind of like, okay, the female energy now needs to show the fuck up really in a grand way where it seems overpowering, but it's not. It's just literally to be heard and to be understood and to be, kind of tended to in a more kinder way, So this is again, it's basically to show up in kindness and in respect and in love of both our divine feminine and masculine energies. And then I predict that after the feminine energies kind of show themselves and establish themselves as, hey, we're here too and we can't be ignored anymore, to then bring ourselves to wholesome, that's when we're really going to accept love. Like, it's going to be like the third phase where it's like, really, we're going to be accepting ourselves and the entire world on a love-based level, right? So it's like, don't ignore your masculine. We're very grateful for the masculine, but now because the feminine side has been so ignored, we're bringing it to the forefront to then just be heard or whatnot. But it'll settle in at one point too, where it'll be, it'll be just as equal to the masculine, where, you can't have equal all the time. A lot of the time it's like, when you're like, put it this way, when you are living in each and every moment will be asking something from you, right? So you're either going to be, acting out of your masculine side or acting out of your feminine side. Not to say that the masculine isn't loving, okay? It's not that. It's literally, we need both to shine light on both, right? So sometimes, like when you're in a fight or whatever, your masculine side comes out, right? Because it's just like, it's just what naturally happens. Like it's like fight or flight, right? And a lot of the times, like when you're in different moments of, like, let's say you're in bed and you're with your divine loved one, it's like your divine loved one, if that that made no sense whatsoever. But I'm going to say you're with your divine romantic partner, put it that way. You're in bed with them, that's going to call a more feminine side of you, right? Like, you're just not, listen, depending on the styles that you have, but still, it's just literally, and again, we're talking about Aphrodite stuff now, so it's interesting that's all coming into play. So it's kind of like, and Aphrodite is the yang, so it's kind of like, even if we're talking about more feminine energies here, it's like the Aphrodite is the one coming out where, it's the beauty. As you're kind of yanging yourself today, like if you go outside of your house today, you're literally going to be hooted and hollered at, and that's what happened to me today, right? So, and I appreciate it, but that's how you're coming off today. It's like your inner goddess is shining through, and people are seeing that. So as like I guess like in a sexual manner, because you're seeing yourself as a more, like, you are seeing yourself in this way, when you're kind of presented on the outside. But that's also, it's kind of like, you're going to feel this way just in general in terms of your yang side, like your more louder and brighter side. But then once you step out of your house, like, so you're going to be feeling more confident is what I'm trying to say. But then you step outside of your house and you're like, oh my God, your confidence is fucking exuding to everybody else around you, where your confidence rather is exuding, like to everybody else around you, where you're like, it's like double time so, right? So that's how the yang plays out. It's very interesting because that's very interesting. Okay, so then from here, I'm getting to go here, and it's kind of like yellow for the daffodil is your solar plexus. So it's like, it's that type of chakra. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay, that's super hilarious because I don't know why, but like FedEx just drove by too, which is also another worldly energy. But their colors are purple and yellow and green, purple and green, I think, purple and green. So there's a lot of green and there's a lot of purple here. So that's what I just like automatically connected. But what I'm also getting is for the daffodil. Okay, so for the daffodil, you know, there are those people that also see yellow as the health color, right? Like a happy face, or you know, there the solar plexus is also like I didn't even realize that until I'm saying it right now. It's like a happy place. Like when you're doing something, when you are willing to do something out of your own self, you actually are happier, right? So that's why a lot of, it's very interesting. That's why a lot of people, in terms of the divine masculine, has taught us that when you're doing, you're actually more happier. Like you're more like in a, when you're doing in a, this is what I'm trying to say. When you're in a doing mode, it's, you feel more of worth, of a worthiness, right? But that's not really the spiritual truth of it all, but it is, yes, it is in a sense, right? So, so it's very interesting. But when this card is saying share the messages of love, it's very interesting because Aphrodite and love really interplay with one another. So, you know, you are willing to do a lot of this self-care, this dancing, this exotic, what is it called? You know, appreciating your divinity, which is beautiful. And you're willing to do that. And so therefore, again, the willingness is yellow there, and the happiness is yellow. And also, you know, your health area, according to the Bagua map, is yellow at some point. So either you want to have black or white, by the way, in your health area, and mixed in with some yellow, or just yellow, you know. Or what I was also getting is a bumblebee, right? And it's very interesting, as I just said, worker, because of the fact that the bumblebee is usually like the, you know, it's the busy bee, right? So when you're willing to be a busy bee and the kind of like running around all over the place, it's like you are feeling of more worth and more happiness, right? Instead of just, you know, sluggish and shit and just like leaning back and doing nothing. So there's just a lot of movement going on, and what I'm seeing here is flow, because her hair is so like just in a flow. There's a peaceful flow going on where it's actually, let me just see this card, where it's, oh, very interesting, where she is, look at her arms, they're wide open, they're like receiving, like her spirit and her soul are just in a receiving position, and peacefully so, and just as an open flower, right? She is willing to kind of feel these feelings, so that she is then, in essence, sharing her love in a more creative way, because orange is creative. So it's kind of like, you know, she has like orange, like red orange hair, where it's like a creativity of sorts, right? So, and she's willing to share that in terms of her essence, or the feminine essence of her creativity, if that makes any sense. The feminine side of creativity, that's basically how she's sharing her love, you know. Like for instance, like my mom this morning, like this is totally making me think of my mom, because my mom is kind of like running around the house today, like just putting together, you know, something that she loves to do in a feminine way, which is kind of gift, you know, she likes to create gift, I want not buckets, not bags, but gift baskets. Okay, yeah, thank you. So my mom loves to make, you know, create gift baskets, but that's how she's sharing her love, is because she's feeling this beautiful expansion of a feminine aspect of herself, but she's also kind of sharing that in her expression of loving to create gift baskets, right? So again, the heart is expanding. If you can tell, there's a lot of light and a lot of healing energy based off of the heart, which, by the way, if you also wanted to plant a heart along with a rainbow essence to it in your health area, that's a very great idea to do that as well, right? Like in terms of artwork, or, you know, different figurines, or different, whatever you think like would be best. Even this type of card, right? If you were gonna take the undying love, this card, and just stick it into your, you know, into your health area of your life. Like, that's still beautiful, right? Also, interesting, I'm hearing wind chimes in the background over here, and it's probably not even wind chimes. It's probably like somebody, oh, you know what? It was Skype. Oh, that's hilarious. Skype sounded like wind chimes. But what I'm getting here is it would be cool to find like a really cool like wind chime with a heart in it and with a rainbow in it. I know that exists somewhere because I've seen it before. But that would be also very cool to place in your health area, which is the center of your home, to then kind of like have it, like I've seen at the dollar store, like there's like this twirling wind chime that is kind of a rainbow, and it's shaped in a heart. I've seen that. So something like that would be really awesome to put in your health area of your life today. So and maybe I might go out and get that, right? Because that's kind of a cool idea. Especially like if I were to hang it from like a fan of some sort, so it could actually help it twirl, and yet it would kind of keep the, like, it's always good to hang something from your fan, like a charm of some sort. So if it's raised high, it would be really cool to have something like that from the dollar store, just like kind of hanging from it, so that you can literally, you know, just enjoy its movement, right? And also have its movement be very kind of rebalancing. It's funny, I'm wearing, like, my pajamas that I'm wearing that you guys might be able to see is, like, also the Minions. I fucking love Minions. So it's like a fleece, like, pair of Minions, a fleece pair of pants that have Minions on it, which are yellow. It's funny, it's like they're yellow, but they're also mixed in with black and white, right? So it's very interesting that I said bumblebee, but they're kind of like bumblebees in a sense, just in a different way, right? They're like workers, you know, worker bees. So if you want it to just be fun, like that's so interesting, because I didn't even think about that, but I'm seeing it right now. If you kind of wanted to decorate in a fun way, you know, a kid's area would be really, a kid's room rather, would be really awesome to place like a minion in the center of it, some way, somehow, right? That would be fun. Like, it's just like a fun idea. So, so these are all really awesome ideas that are coming from this health area of feng shui. Now, the world energy is very interesting. Are purple, so there's a lot of heightening, a spiritual heightening going on in the world, guys, that we can't really seem to see, but we can definitely feel. And so I just feel like from above are these beautiful, and it's, oh, this is interesting. You might feel, just like I was feeling vertigo, and I knew it had to do with like worldly expansion energies, because I was like, this is definitely the truth. Your mind might be feeling, since it's the third eye chakra, your mind might be feeling a lot of different weird sensations that make you, oh, this is so interesting. So my mind, interestingly enough, was feeling vertigo, but I was also feeling in my solar plexus, I was feeling nauseous. Isn't that interesting? So the whole thing is, again, these are heightening. These are like the heightening type of vibrations that are going on in terms of, you know, this is the foundational, but this is like what's enhancing them. So as an enhancement, you might feel like a little shitty today. I'm not going to lie, but that's all because this needs to be rebalanced, so that your heart is expanding and the undying love needs to be rebalanced and really be focused on and healed. And the mind is happening so that you can feel your inner goddess sooner or later, right? So again, these energies might be full on, what's the word, prevalent, like kind of like at the forefront today, just so that you can feel this on, eventually on a solid foundational level, right? Like a heart, like, so it's kind of like, you know, when people are like a sacrifice, like, it's funny because that word came up this morning too, sacrificial. It's like your negative feelings, you're feeling a little negative because the earthly energies or the heightened energies are making you feel that way. In order to kind of, so you're feeling a little shitty in order to sacrifice for a very long-term foundational happiness and concrete, just like presence, and a long-term presence of an open heart and a healed heart, and also feeling fucking really confident in yourself, right? It's just that. And it's really amazing because, again, we're looking at the bottom of the deck here. So cool, so cool. And this is interesting. We're working with 6 cards right now, which is, if you add up today's energies, they simplify to the number 6, which is, you know, in the traditional tarot, it's the Lovers. So, guys, I'm getting Christmas tree. So it's so interesting. Like, there's no Christmas tree here whatsoever, but I'm imagining a Christmas tree. So today, it's very interesting. I've been calling it my Christmas Eve today because for me, I declared that Christmas was gonna come early for me. And, you know, and today's the day where I feel like some sort of Christmas gifts are coming to fruition, right? Here's the thing. I got, so for, does this need to be down there? Yeah, I don't know. For rebalancing purposes, I don't know why this is coming out, but we're doing it. We are doing it. We're doing it. Basically, this wants to be here. Actually, it wants to be here, but I feel like it's going to fall off. God forbid, may it not fall off. So we're going to say, angels, keep it on deck. Thank you. So letting go of anxiety and lavender is going to help our, oh, I see. It's going to help our, I mean, first of all, that's what we're doing here. But it's also like, I feel like lavender is going to help our grounding, foundation, like our what's it called? Our foundationals really kind of be more grounded. So definitely help yourself to lavender today. I know some people don't like lavender, the smell, but here's what you can do. You can literally call upon the power of lavender to just be with you in terms of energetically. And, or, you know, if you have this deck at home, you can take this and just literally place it on your, like, you know, like kind of, you know, in a way, like place it on your aura, or, you know, place it on your heart, and just, yeah, and just like, or talk to it. Some people, you know, because when you talk to flowers, even in a card form, you're still allowing them to help you and prosper. And so hence the prosperity, right? So the prosperity, the abundancia, is basically up here. And so this prosperous kind of like worldly invisible energy of the flowers are really helping you prosper on a foundational level, like in terms of the goddesses. So that's interesting. It's like they want me to put it, and by the way, I was just telling the universe today, I was like, I really love rearranging. So thank you so much. That, like, I love rearranging shit. Like, it's so awesome. So they want me to rearrange it like that. Okay, does this doesn't go down here, does it? Oh, yes, it does. All right. So it's interesting. They're making me rearrange stuff. So again, as above, so below, and as yin, so is yang, but also as the opposite, so is the opposite. We're just going to say it like that because, again, that's what we did here. We flip-flopped, so we basically brought like a triangle, okay? So what's happening here is flower, flower, flower. That's a triangle from, basically, a triangle happening, you know, to insert itself into the human-like aspects of ourselves, which are these goddesses, right? But then we're also, as we prosper, we send these energies above. So, and not only that, but this is helping our, like, so I don't know how to explain this, but if you wanted to today, bring lavender into your career aspect of your life today, and then bring some sort of prosperity. So I want to say, this is what I want to say. If you bring lavender into your career aspect of your life, you will end up bringing also prosperity into your kind of like into your energetic life today, because that's basically what I'm being downloaded. I don't know. That has nothing to do with health, but maybe that also has to do with kind of rebalancing stuff, like bringing the more feminine energies to your career, which is more masculine, would be bringing lavender into, like, these two represent this, right? They unite in this. So your so if you brought lavender into your career section, and I can go into it as to why, but I'm not going to. I'm just telling you to do it because it's just to keep things simple. Lavender would be a really great idea to put in your career aspect of your life, or career area of your life, so that you can heighten it, right? And what I'm getting is, like, leave it there for like a week, like a 9-day type of week. Even 10-day, right? I like, or seven, as, maybe that's why I'm getting a week, is because spiritually speaking, 7 is a very heightened number. So that's what I'm getting, is just to leave the lavender there for a week, and you will sense the prosperity heighten. But again, guys, you are heightening as your divine feminine is heightening. So it's feeling very prosperous. It's feeling very free. Notice how beautiful these two kind of, go well together. But it's only because of the love that exudes, right, within them. They can only have this feeling if the love is there, the meaning. Is there anything else that I need to say? All right, nope. I've definitely said everything that I've said. And imagine, this is so crazy. The blessed, I put the blessed here in the background, and abundance is there, right? That's amazing. So, so really enjoy your bounty today, because there's so much of it going on. And I think that's why we're even feeling so fucking a little like off today, in terms of there's just so much positive energy being downloaded into our systems right now, that we really do need to be backed up by water and by eating really well today, right? Like eat from your divine aspect of yourself, like from your sexy self, right? Which is like a lot of fruits and vegetables, but also eating very cute in terms of portion size, right? So, so if you're gonna eat something really like crazy today in a non-healthy way, make sure that there is just a sexy amount of it on your plate, and call it a fucking day, right? Like, just be satisfied with it. And, satisfied is sexy. Sexy is satisfaction. So, so I like to call it eat cute when it comes to portion size, which is going to make you, it really does bring you at your happiest. You know what I'm saying? Because you were able to taste what you wanted to taste. This is why Weight Watchers is so damn good, and also a very good health area to kind of kick into play if that's what you need to do, So I love how all this creativity is coming out, so that I'm helping share the love, the undying love, but also the creativity that comes from it. Because look at all the orange, look at all the pinks and the purples. I mean, look at all the reds too. Like red, even though this is like a very, I want to say, unique kind of looking card, there's still pinks and purples in here, but also, the white and the black and white. Like, this is your blessed card for today, working, like, it's the most unique card. It's the most Gaia card, I feel. Actually, both of them are very much so Gaia, but it's the most, yin and yang and health card filled today, that kind of really shines the light and radiates out all of this light onto this other stuff. So you've been doing really good in terms of, like, following your heart and following your dreams, and and creating and being really immaculate when it comes to I want to say emancipated, but also keeping your heart's energies immaculate, for it to then radiate out into the world. It's like right across from the world, and you're doing great, because these are the sensations that you're feeling as you're shining it out onto the world. Like, you're looking sexier, you're feeling sexier, sharing the love, you know, the you're just happier, you know. So, you know, those are your cards for today, guys. You know, enjoy it to the fullest and have a wonderful day. I love you guys so much. Bye.